Hey everyone, and welcome to this channel. Here we talk about some interesting music facts, composers, musical instruments, and even crazy theories. Don't forget to check other videos. You can also find lots of other stuff like violin tutorials, covers, and even originals. I also have lots of free violin scores and those that you can purchase for only $1. Plus, you can also check my ebook collection of scores for 2022-2023. Check the links below and don't forget to comment. Let's begin! Vinyl records have experienced a fascinating journey from dominance to decline and surprisingly to reborn growth of interest. To make it easy and understandable, let's separate this journey into different periods or eras. The golden era of vinyl records refers to the period from the late 1940s through the early 1970s, a time when vinyl was the primary medium for listening to music at home. This era is marked by several key developments and cultural phenomena. First of all, birth of LPs or the long-playing LP record. They were introduced by Columbia Records in 1948 and made an absolute revolution in the music industry. These records allowed for up to 22 minutes of music per side compared to the 3-4 minutes per side of previous records. This significantly expanded the capacity for longer albums and complex compositions, contributing to the creation of concept albums and operas being easily accessible at home. Moreover, there have been significant improvements in sound quality, specifically recording technology including stereo sound, which was introduced in the late 1950s. Stereo records provided a more immersive listening experience by utilizing two channels of audio for a more natural sound distribution, boosting the listening experience over the mono records that have been widely used before them. The vinyl era also coincided with the rise of rock and roll. Artists like Elvis Presley, the Beatles, pretty much helped to reach wide audiences by using this format. The availability of affordable vinyl records helped these artists to reach global fame and cemented vinyl's role as a cultural icon. Vinyl records became a base for artistic expression through album covers. The 12-inch size of LPs offered a large canvas for creative and often iconic artwork. This era saw memorable album covers such as the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon, which became almost as famous as the music within. As the preferred medium for music, vinyl records were mass-produced and became more affordable and accessible to the general public. Record players and albums became commonplace in homes, contributing to the culture of the time. The decline of vinyl began in the late 1980s and early 1990s, with the birth of digital music formats such as CDs, which offered greater convenience and durability. This shift was driven by the desire for portability and ease of use, as well as the industry's push towards newer, more profitable technologies. The introduction of the CD in the early 1980s marked the beginning of the end for vinyl's dominance. CDs offered several advantages over vinyl records, including longer playtime, smaller physical size, and most crucially digital sound quality, which was free from the pops and crackles that often plagued vinyl records. The convenience of CDs combined with their ability to be easily transported and played on portable devices made them an attractive choice for consumers. CDs were more durable and portable compared to vinyl records, which were relatively fragile and bulky. This made CDs more suitable for use in cars and portable players such as the Sony Discman, which became hugely popular in the 1990s. The 1990s saw a technological revolution with the rise of digital media. This shift not only favored CDs but also paved the way for even more compact formats such as MP3s and other digital music files, which began to gain prominence towards the late 1990s and early 2000s. The advent of file sharing services like Napster in the late 1990s further affected physical media sales, including vinyl and CDs. The ability to download music for free undermined the sales of all physical formats as consumers chose the convenience and immediacy of digital files. Record labels and retailers shifted their focus towards promoting and selling CDs, which were more profitable due to higher prices and easier logistics in handling and storage. Space previously devoted to vinyl in music stores was increasingly given over to CDs and later to DVDs and video games. That's why by the late 1990s and early 2000s, vinyl records has largely been downgraded to a niche status, primarily appealing to DJs, audiophiles, and collectors. The manufacturing of vinyl records had significantly declined and many manufacturers closed down or switched to other products. Now we slowly enter the digital era. The rise of MP3s and streaming services in the early 2000s pushed vinyl records into obscurity even further. Digital music allowed for immediate access to vast libraries and songs without the need for physical storage, leading to a significant drop in vinyl sales. The introduction of the MP3 format in the mid-1990s changed music consumption dramatically. This compressed audio format allowed users to store and play a large amount of music on digital services. Following MP3s, the rise of online streaming services like Spotify, Apple Music, and others in the late 2000s and 2010s provided listeners with easy access to vast libraries of music without the need for physical storage, which seemed to render physical formats like vinyl obsolete. Consumers appreciated the convenience of accessing and purchasing music from their computers and mobile devices, which led to a decline in retail outlets selling physical media. Many independent and major record stores struggled to stay afloat or were forced to close as the primary mode of music consumption shifted to digital. The retail landscape for music underwent a significant transformation with fewer places to buy vinyl records. But despite the dominance of digital formats, a counter-movement began to emerge. Some listeners and collectors started to value the tangible aspects of vinyl records: the artwork, the ritual of playing a record, and the analog sound quality that many argue is superior to digital formats. This nostalgia and desire for physical connection to music helped maintain a market for vinyl even during its lowest points. So, even as digital formats became mainstream for everyday listening, vinyl records became to be viewed as collectible items. Limited edition releases, colored vinyl, and special packaging appealed to collectors and fans who wanted something more tangible and unique than a digital file. In the late 2000s, vinyl began to make a comeback among music enthusiasts who valued the physical experience and audio quality of records. The rebirth of vinyl records is a multifaceted phenomenon driven by a mix of cultural, technological, and market dynamics, and here are the key factors contributing to this revival. Many vinyl enthusiasts argue that vinyl offers a more authentic and engaging experience compared to digital formats. There is a nostalgia factor for older generations who grew up with vinyl, as well as a novelty factor for younger listeners discovering it for the first time. The act of playing a vinyl record, settle the needle, flipping the sides, adds a ritualistic quality that enhances the listening experience. Audiophiles often prefer the sound of vinyl, which they describe as warmer and more natural than the sometimes clinical sound of digital recording. Although this can vary widely depending on the production and equipment used, the general perception that vinyl offers superior sound quality has contributed significantly to its rebirth. In an era of intangible digital media, vinyl records provide a physical connection to music. Collecting vinyl can be a deeply personal hobby, with enthusiasts seeking out rare collections, colored vinyl, and albums with iconic cover art. The large format of vinyl jackets allows for artwork that can be appreciated on a different scale than different thumbnails or even CD covers. Established in 2007, Record Store Day has been a significant driver of the vinyl revival. This annual event celebrates independent record stores with the release of limited edition vinyl, special reissues, and various promotional items. It has grown globally and helps to sustain high interest in vinyl collecting. Many contemporary artists across various genres release their music on vinyl, often as a premium option alongside digital releases. These vinyl releases sometimes include extra features such as exclusive tracks or deluxe packaging, which can make them highly desirable to fans. There's been a broader cultural trend towards appreciating retro and vintage items, which fits well with vinyl's appeal. Vinyl records offer an experience that's perceived as more authentic and grounded compared to the ephemeral nature of digital files. Collecting and discussing vinyl can be a social activity. Vinyl collectors often share their finds, trade records, and gather to listen to music together. The communal aspect of vinyl collecting, discussing pressings, and sharing music recommendations helps strengthen the community's ties. The vinyl industry has also become a significant economic player. Manufacturing plants have reopened or expanded their capacity to meet demand, and new businesses have emerged to cater to vinyl enthusiasts, including high-end turntable manufacturers and vinyl accessory producers. Today, vinyl records have regained popularity and continue to grow in sales, even outpacing some digital formats in certain metrics. And this is not just limited to older albums or classical hits. Many new artists and bands release their music on vinyl as a standard practice, appealing to both older collectors and younger generations who are discovering vinyl for the first time. This growth isn't just limited to older albums or classical reissues. New releases and contemporary artists are also seeing significant vinyl sales. While the initial resurgence of vinyl have driven by older generations revisiting their youth and audiophiles, the demographic of vinyl buyers has expanded. Younger listeners, many of whom were raised in the digital age, have embraced vinyl, attracted by its analog qualities and the overall vinyl listening experience. This cross-generational appeal has been crucial in sustaining vinyl's popularity. Vinyl has regained a prominent place in popular culture and retail spaces. Major retailers, including those outside traditional music stores, now carry vinyl records. The demand for vinyl has led to innovations in manufacturing. New pressing technologies that increase production capacity and efficiency have been developed to keep up with demand. Despite some challenges in meeting the high demand, such as long wait times for pressing new records, the industry continues to evolve. Limited editions, colored vinyl, picture discs, and deluxe box sets have become highly popular, often becoming collector's items immediately after release. These editions typically offer higher profit margins and have helped drive sales by offering something unique beyond the music itself. Record Store Day continues to be a significant annual event that boosts vinyl sales through exclusive releases and promotions. Other events and promotions throughout the year also contribute to sustained interest in sales. In an era of digital overload where music and media consumption is often reduced to background noise, vinyl offers a more engaging and intentional listening experience. This has been particularly appealing in recent times, and people look for ways to disconnect from screens and digital notifications. Record labels, big and small, have recognized the profitability of vinyl. Many artists now release vinyl as a standard part of their album launches, and some labels have started reissuing the back catalogs on vinyl to meet consumer demand. The ongoing popularity of vinyl records is a multifaceted phenomenon rooted in both nostalgia and a contemporary desire for tangible, high-quality, and immersive cultural experiences. This trend is a clear indication of vinyl's secure place in the landscape of music consumption, likely to continue in the foreseeable future.